a quick trip to the thrift, a bag full of vintage goodness. What did I find? Let's find out. Back at the thrift store with a voiceover because of copyright music. So I usually had 1 to 2 places first, either the knickknacks or the clothing. This time it was the knickknacks. Their shelves are pretty full. This is a thrift store that I don't visit that often, but a lot of angels, little tchotchkes. That little girl was cute, playing the flute to owls, but no price, so can't sell it. I'd always just take a quick look with my eyes to try and find the vintage. We had this little girl. She was $3.99, a little out of my price range, so I put her back. And what next? What next? We have this jar. It looks older, and it was for mustard. I despise mustard, but this actually wasn't old. It was a reproduction. And we have this. This is a Lefton. I do love Lefton figurines. I put her in my basket just to look her up in case, and I put the mustard jar in my basket as well to look up later. On to the clothes. These racks were full. As you can tell, it was a little bit hard to peek in and see what was on the shirts. I have a method to my looking when I do look at a shirt, and this one caught my eye, and it says, I'm his because he deserves the finest. It is a vintage t-shirt with an older iron-on decal. Went right into my bag. Then I found this one. Eat your heart out, I'm married. By this time I found 2. I thought I need to look through this whole rack because I think someone may have emptied out their closet or their dresser drawer, and we find this beauty. I believe in the power of positive drinking. Into the bag it goes, and then this guy. He is drinking beer out of a bowling shoe. I meandered down the rest of the row. Again, I must have gotten there right time. This is the fisherman shirt. I don't think it was too old, but it was $5, so I left it. But yes, right place, right time to have come across all of these vintage shirts. We have another one. Just when I know all of life's answers, they went and changed all of the questions. There's a little bit of wear on the decal, but the shirt is still in great shape. And this one, what's it say? Being sexy is blank blank, but somebody has to do it. I believe it said being sexy is a tough job. I left this one there because of the damage on the decal. If it wouldn't have had the damage, I would have picked it up. On to the toys. Always looking to see if they have any great vintage items. There was this Cabbage Patch doll puzzle, but it was $8.99. Yikes. So I left that there. I think I had one of them when I was little, which doesn't surprise me. I was a big Cabbage Patch fan. We have Chris Angel. I think he's still making magic. I always like David Copperfield. Lots of patterns. Patterns are a hit and miss. It has to be the right kind of outfit, and uncut too. Uncut patterns do much better online than cut patterns. Clover. That brought back many memories. Pantyhose. I tell you, if you go to the store now, pantyhose are expensive at Kohl's or Target. So if you need pantyhose, check out your thrift store. If you need yarn, string, a whole conglomeration of things, including a Budweiser, I think that was for a tablet. Back to the figurines, just to see if I have missed anything. Precious moments. People still collect them. Do they bring in lots of money? It's up to the collectors at this point. That craze to buy them has kind of dissipated. Another Lefton piece. I really do like that brand. When you see that little red label with the gold, you know what it is. Lots of glassware. I have no knowledge. I do not have any knowledge of glassware. So I could have missed out on some great piece. But if you need a vase or a vase, be sure to hit up your thrift store as well. This piece was cute. Bath and Body Works. That will look great for Christmas. I don't go to that thrift store very often because it's not super close to me and I usually don't find anything. But today, it seems like someone said, Ned, you've had those t-shirts since the late 70s, early 80s. They've just been shoved in your drawer. Get them on out of here. So thank you, Ned, and thank you for your collection. I didn't even look at the shirts first. I think I went over, actually, no, I think I fibbed. I think I briefly looked at some of the shirts and then went over to the knick-knack section. And then I came back to the shirts. And as I was sifting through, I found one. Then I found another. And when you find two that are similar, chances are that most likely someone cleaned out a closet, a dresser, a trunk, something. And so you need to keep looking because you just might find more. And that is what I did. So what did I find? Some great vintage t-shirts. Now these are definitely vintage. This one is, I think it's Shed Quality Knits, made in good old US of A. So these are the iron-ons, you know, the iron-on decals, an assortment, some perhaps a little bit more provocative than others, but hey, what are you gonna do? So this says, I believe in the power of positive drinking. And you have the man with a cigar and the tie, the carnation, and the beer. So you can see that. The good thing about these shirts is they're still in really nice shape. They're not super thin. With time, some vintage shirts can become almost paper thin. Not many holes, if any. This one, the heck with bowling. I only come here for the beer. This is by D. Martin, copyright Mint Store, exclusively licensed by Simply Terrific Inc., Woodside, New York. So to get an idea for age, I could always look up D. Martin and then the Mint Store. So this guy has a beer and he is drinking out of a bowling shoe. And this is just 50/50, the brand of the shirt. Again, made in US of A. Let's see if we can get that in there. This one's a little bit large, so I won't be able to wear that one. Perhaps I'll save my favorite one for last. There was one that I did not buy. I think I found all of them that had been donated to the store, but the one I didn't buy because the iron-on was in pretty rough shape. This one says, this has 81, copyright 81 by Roach. Just when I knew all life's answers, they went and changed all the questions. Isn't that true? This is a nice bright yellow shirt with a little puppy dog on it. I think this is a large. It is a large. Even stains. I mean, there aren't any. You know, these are all that famous single stitch shirt, which is so highly sought after. Which one do I want to save for last? Oh, this one's funny. This is by Solar Trans Inc. 1978. Eat your heart out, I'm married. So maybe this went with, you know, the partner had another shirt, kind of like the I'm with stupid shirts. So you have the heart that's actually, a little bite of it is gone. Who made this one? This is a medium, so it's a little bit smaller. Nice glitter graphic. And then this one, which I think is my favorite one. I'm his because he deserves the finest. This is also by Roach, 1973. I haven't looked up, you know, the Roach brand. This is a health knit shirt. Wish I had about just, you know, 100 of these plain ones because those are great for people that find the vintage iron-ons and they want to use an authentic vintage t-shirt. I think I mentioned that in another one of my videos. But the colors on this are great. There is some cracking, but that is to be expected. But still, you know, the decal is still on there, still going strong after all these years, and just a really nice vintage shirt. I was fortunate because when I went through all the racks a little bit later, you know, you could tell that they're the shirt people, because that's all they look at, and they go and they wait for the racks to come out. So for me to be able to scoop these up before they got there, it was good timing on my part, because they for sure would have picked these up. You know, most of them have a larger market that they can sell to. Many sell in the city, whether Philadelphia or New York City. They have that higher clientele that would probably pay a lot more for this shirt than I would get. But that is just because their network is a lot bigger and they've made themselves well known in the clothing genre. Me, not so much. And last but not least, I did take a look at the linens. This is a great time of year. Anytime's a great time of year, but as you get towards the holidays, you know, to take a look at the linens. This was a little bit more expensive. It may have been half off. I don't remember. It was $4.99, but it is a nice table runner. You have let's get it on the right side, the wreaths and the ornaments with some snowflakes and stars. Condition, great. Oftentimes, especially with the white or lighter colors, there is a lot of staining. So that takes a little bit of work to get out, but this looks like there isn't any. I don't see any rips or frays. So another nice piece of vintage Christmas. That was probably my biggest vintage shirt haul from a thrift store. You know, again, you have your diehards that are there day in and day out waiting for all that vintage goodness to come off the racks. I walk in and boom, there it is, which I'm always happy about because it does not happen often. I can fit, I think, 2 of the shirts, and the other ones I will sell because I think that they do have a good market and people will like them because the condition is good. No rips, no tears, no stains, and the iron-ons are still in really nice condition. So I did pretty well. I hope you enjoyed this, a little quick trip to the thrift, but you never know where you're going to find. And that's what keeps us coming back for more. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you're going out thrifting, perhaps take a look in some sections that you normally wouldn't. You might find some real treasure. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I will see you next time here at Paper and Moose for the next adventure, whatever that will be.